Gator doon. Oh!
What the is that?
Well, she just woke me up again and said she heard it on the roof. And this time, so did I, so.
Oh!
Wild and crazy, we just discovered that your phone, it takes an infrared picture of you with your Face ID every 5-ish seconds.
Hey, no. No, stay there.
Trying to vacuum, and I just found tiny little balls of mercury in my carpet for no apparent reason.
Hi, I'm James LaFleur, and you're watching the Impossible Channel. Welcome aboard. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on for more videos like this. Today we're going to be taking a look at creepy and unexplained TikTok videos that are baffling absolutely everyone around. From a new trend where people are signaling unidentified objects in the sky and actually getting a mysterious response, to a dark secret that was unraveled by a TikToker about our phones. These and many more mysterious and unexplained videos. Are you guys ready? Well, let's go. On December 2022, a lot of people witnessed a very strange event just above the Scaaaary Club in Las Vegas.
There's a UFO directly above the club.
At the time, the event was so strange that it gathered hundreds of people on the streets, looking at it and recording it. In the video we can see several dots of light behind the clouds, and it seems like they're completely still, not moving at all. Just by looking at it, people could see that this is not your everyday lights in the sky, this is probably something else. But what makes it even stranger is the fact that when the Scaaaary Club's strobe lights point directly at this thing, whatever it is, it's as if it reflects the strobe lights. In other words, it's as if there's some sort of invisible object behind the clouds and it somehow forgot to turn off the headlights. But it didn't stop there. Something similar happened recently in Florida.
What the I told you. No wait. Ooh. Holy they're coming for you, Tony. They're coming for me. What the is that?
Now what makes this all very interesting is that apparently a couple of weeks ago a new trend started in social media where people are buying military green lasers and pointing it randomly at the sky. More precisely at random stars. And what happens in the video is leaving the entire internet completely baffled.
Gator doon. Oh! Oh!
Sí, po, es que debe ser un metal grande o un espejo, no sé por qué.
No, dale, porque se dio filete en negocio.
Porque para que rebote de esa forma, claro, ¿cachai? Eso no es una linterna, ya cachamos que no es una linterna.
For some strange reason, in the video we can clearly see what appears to be a star somehow responding to the green laser by reflecting back. This is absolutely mind-blowing. The video was recorded a couple of weeks ago by Daniel Segovia in Santiago del Chile. Strange, isn't it? But to make it even stranger, another video was posted where a person does the same thing and it happens again. In the video, a person is randomly pointing a green laser at a star in the sky. This is until the star disappears and starts blinking back as if it's communicating somehow. This is when whatever this thing is shines the green laser back at the person. Whatever's going on here, it left the entire internet completely creeped out. Some internet users suggest that this is fake, that maybe there's a person on top of a mountain somewhere shining a green laser and a flashlight back. Other internet users believe that this is the real deal. Maybe there are UFOs watching us, or maybe something far more sinister. Doing a quick research on the topic, I found out that actually this became a trend in 2012, and it might have started with Stephen Greer in 2005. And there are several ufologists that have been using this technique to actually catch the attention of these unidentified flying objects. And apparently there are dozens of videos of people trying this out with a certain level of success, which makes us wonder what is really going on in our sky. Questions like, are these objects really UFOs?
No way. I can't see it on my phone camera.
And are they pretending to be stars? And why do they react to the green laser specifically? These are some of the questions that are leaving absolutely everyone baffled. Now, if all of this wasn't strange enough, it gets stranger. A couple of weeks ago, a Reddit user by the name of MartianAshX12 posted a very intriguing video of a friend of his using a PVS 14 Gen 3 night vision camera. And in the video you can see several unidentified objects crossing the sky. So it may actually prove the existence of such objects, and not only that, these objects might actually be the same ones that are reacting to these green lasers. But who knows? I want to know your thoughts. What do you really think is going on here?
Gente, se acerca el fin de... Miren esto que está sucediendo ahorita. Estamos aquí en Lisboa. No sabemos, no se sabe. Miren el avión. Va a combatir esto que se ve acá. No se sabe qué es. Si alguien sabe qué es esto,
are these actually UFOs, or are they just drones? Or maybe something else far more sinister? From the earliest days of Alexander Graham Bell's invention to the latest iPhone release, mobile phones have become an essential part of our daily lives. With their advanced features and conveniences, it's hard to imagine living without them nowadays. But what if these devices are doing more than just making our lives easier? What if they're actually spying on us? Nowadays, most people are already aware that when you're talking to someone and you have your phone nearby, if you're talking about a product or a trip that you made, most likely the next day your phone is going to start showing advertisements for those kind of things that you talked about. It's listening to us. Now, what if it's doing more than just listening to us? About a year ago, Bree Thomason accidentally found out through her infrared camera that our phones are taking invisible pictures of us every 5 seconds.
Wild and crazy Friday night findings. We just discovered, which we already knew, that your phone, an iPhone specifically, takes an infrared picture of you with your Face ID every 5-ish seconds. And we looked at it through an infrared camera and it's pretty wild. Let's show you. Okay, have your home screen.
It's on the home screen.
Not touching anything.
No buttons.
Okay, infrared lens on the camera. Boom, there was 1. 2. That's so wild. Okay, cover the camera.
Okay.
Oh, there was another one. Okay, nothing. Oh, it's trying. It's taking pictures of your finger. Okay, move your finger. Ready? Boom.
After being uploaded, the video amassed millions of views and thousands of comments, and internet users were completely baffled by this. Is our phone actually spying on us somehow? Needless to say, the next day there were hundreds of videos of people trying the same thing out to see if it actually worked, and surprisingly in most cases it did.
It's picking me up right now.
Now remember, this is something that we can't see with the naked eye, so we need an infrared camera to check it out. After the topic became a viral thing, newspapers all over the world were talking about it. The company that produces the phone actually released an official note, saying that this is actually an aspect of a certain model of the phone, and this is actually part of the Face ID system and the Animoji. In other words, according to the company, this is just a scanning system that checks every 5 seconds if the person is still there. Otherwise, it would automatically shut the screen off. And even though Apple's explanation is plausible, is most likely what's going on, many people out there were still skeptical about it. Most internet users seem to agree that there's something wrong about the way this system works. One internet user stated, "Isn't that just because your phone's making sure you're looking at it to keep the screen on?" And another user replied, "Well, my phone just closed when looking at it." And another one stated, "There's times I've been thinking of what to type and just staring at the screen and it'll try to shut down." In other words, some internet users are not very confident that this 5-second system is just for Face ID and attention aware. It might actually be for something else either, but there's no evidence or proof of that. And not only that, what would they be doing with our pictures? And where would they be storing it? But even so, I want to know your thoughts. What do you think is really going on here? Do you think that mobile phones may actually be spying on us, or maybe there's nothing to worry about? Leave a comment down below. A couple of weeks ago, a subscriber sent me a video, or actually more than one video, of a man who has been having strange encounters in his farm at night. When I watched the videos, I was astonished and very creeped out about it. My first thought was that this had to be fake.
Just woke me up again and said she heard it on the roof, and this time so did I,
So I started researching the topic. Wolfman, Wendigo, Sasquatch, Dogman, these types of encounters, but specifically in farms. I mean, it would make a lot of sense that if these mythical creatures actually exist, one of the best places for them to get food would be a farm. So when I started researching the topic, I was astonished by the number of supposed encounters that people had had in the past with these types of creatures in their farms. And I guessed that one of the oldest and most intriguing stories would be of the Michigan Dogman in the 1800s.
Okay, so it's something, a dog or what? Oh, la verga!
According to the legend, in 1887, a lumberjack named W.E. Cox reported seeing a creature with the body of a man and the head of a dog while working in the forests of Michigan. And over the years, there have been many other sightings and reports of the Michigan Dogman, including one from a farmer named Robert Fortney in 1938. Now, Fortney claimed that the creature had killed several of his cattle and left behind strange footprints. In the 1980s, the legend of the Michigan Dogman gained widespread attention when a local radio station played a song about the creature.
Dogs that circled her house at night, they walked like men and screamed.
Now, I'm not too sure if these stories are entirely true or not. What I do know is that a couple of weeks ago, subscribers sent me links and videos to a social media account by the name of Forbidden Outdoors. Now Casey, the person who runs the channel, usually posts videos of him doing his daily things on his farm, like fishing, hunting, that sort of stuff.
Hey guys, girls, Casey here from Forbidden Outdoors.
And a couple of weeks ago, late at night, him and his wife started hearing a creepy howling sound, one that they could not identify. And one specific night, he was able to capture it on camera, and this is what happened.
For whatever reason, they're pretty close to the house this morning. Just out of sight, like usual. I gotta get to the truck to get to work. I don't really want to leave this porch.
A strange howling sound from an unknown animal can be heard in the video, but Forbidden Outdoors is unable to capture it on camera. However, things take a creepy turn the next day when his girlfriend starts hearing what sounds like footsteps coming from the roof, and this is what
They were screaming, woke me out of bed, said that there's something on the roof, and I don't see it. She thinks one of them's up there somewhere. I don't know. But she said she's going to leave if I can't do something about it. So I don't know what to do here. What the hell was that?
Unfortunately for Casey, situations like these become a common thing in his life. Until one certain night, he starts hearing the howling sounds again. He goes outside and actually captures a glimpse of the creature.
All over the damn place again tonight. Okay, I'm gonna keep walking towards it. Might actually get to capture something here. All right, whatever you are, you need to leave. Stay out of this place. This is our home. This is our home. Need to leave. Leave now.
After giving out several warnings to whatever this is, he fires a shot randomly at the sky to scare it away, and apparently it works.
Okay.
After going outside, he quickly goes around the house to see if he can capture anything on camera, and
What the hell? Where'd it go? What is that?
others believe this is legit a skinwalker or maybe Mothman or even a Dogman type sighting. Internet users also left different types of comments theorizing the origin and the reason for the bones that mysteriously show up on top of his roof. Now, being that there are quite a few strange stories of Dogman type creatures in Michigan, it could just be that Foul Mitten Outdoors was unlucky enough to come face to face with one of these creatures. The entire situation from beginning to end is very strange, but I'm not too sure, I could be wrong. What's your take? Do you think this could actually be just fake for views and stuff like that, or is it the real deal? I remember when I was younger, I used to spend most of my time playing with my friends on the street next to my house. Nowadays, most people spend most of their time inside their homes, playing video games, watching television, and surfing the internet. According to Overlow.com and many other sources, people nowadays spend around 7 hours per day, every day, surfing the internet. That's a lot. And when you spend that much time on social media, you'll probably see a lot of memes, cats, and dog videos and that sort of thing. However, sometimes you can come across the darkest corners of these digital realms and end up coming across the strangest and the most unexplained videos ever. And I guess this is the case with this video that was recorded screaming at something. This is when a luminous object swooshes away, scaring off everyone around. What is going on in this video? I can't seem to figure out, and apparently neither can anyone else on the internet. After being posted, the video amassed millions of views and thousands of comments, and people were trying to figure out what was really going on here. Some internet users suggest that the flip-flops actually ended up in a backroom of some sort. Now, just in case you don't know about it, the backrooms were an idea that started in 2019 when an anonymous user started a thread on 4chan's paranormal themed board asking users to post disquieting images that just fell off. One of the photos was a picture of a place like this. Now, even though this was a fictitious idea, little by little it started images thread on 4chan's idea that started in 2019 when an anonymous user started a thread on 4chan's paranormal themed board asking users to post disquieting images that just fell off. One of the photos was a picture of a place like this. Now, even though this was a fictitious idea, little by little it started growing on people, and all of a sudden there were countless reports of people stating that they had a faint memory of being in a place like this before. Now, if this wasn't strange enough, it gets even stranger. But when it comes to these strange and unexplained things that occasionally happen in our lives, there's one that happened to Joseph Udensky, a man who has a social media account where he posts videos of life hacks and machining. And if you take a look into his profile, you'll see that his videos are very focused on the topic.
Ever gotta cut some bolts or screws down?
However, there's one specifically that caught the attention of the entire internet, and to this day people are trying to figure out exactly what's going on here.
Well, I was trying to vacuum, and I just found tiny little balls of mercury in my carpet for no apparent reason. And this is the reason that I don't ever vacuum.
When the video was uploaded, it amassed millions of views and thousands of comments of people who were completely intrigued by the video. Most internet users wanted to know where the mercury came from, while others stated that it could have come from an old rug or a very old mirror. But it also sparked curiosity and fear in some internet users who started immediately searching for mercury on their carpet floors. The thing is, mercury isn't exactly a very common substance. You won't find it here and there. In a next video, Joseph explains he thinks that the mercury is coming from an old mirror he found carved inside one of the walls in his house.
This old mirror that I originally found behind this wall.
And I'm not exactly sure if this actually clarifies anything or makes it even weirder.
I call this the haunted mirror as a joke, and now I see these hand marks, like, I don't know from what, in the where the haunted mercury bleeding mirror came from, where I found it at least. Got my creeper because this sucks. So yeah, down here. All right, so there's this hidden compartment of the house here.
What I know is that to this day, Joseph hasn't figured out exactly what's going on inside his home. Have you ever found anything strange inside your home that you thought shouldn't be there? And what do you think is going on in these strange and unexplained videos?
How can I be a competent queen? I must develop my city carefully. Agricultural irrigation is definitely a priority. Dig a canal to water the crops. Trade development is also essential. This way, we'll always have a steady stream of resources. Next is the military. Powerful weapons can better protect my people. The nation will flourish under my rule. The Grand Pyramid is a symbol of our nation's strength. And these statues, they symbolize my power and prestige. Under my rule, the country has grown stronger and more prosperous.
Wow!
Being a police officer isn't exactly the easiest of jobs, and I guess that we can all agree that most cops have seen it all. After all, it's the nature of the job to be exposed to virtually everything America has to offer. Researching a bit about the topic, I found out that it's not exactly the most uncommon thing for policemen to actually get calls from people asking for help to deal with the paranormal. And this is exactly the case with a video that was uploaded by Julian Petit a couple of months ago. In this 4-minute video, police officers are called to help a woman who believes her house has been broken into. But when they find absolutely no one inside, things start to get weird. This is what was caught on one of the police officers' body cam. Check this out.
I left for a while to go shopping, and when I came home, the door is open. I think somebody broke in.
Does anyone live in the house?
Yes, my husband, myself, and our 2 kids, but they're out of town right now. They're with his parents.
And how many rooms do you have?
2 upstairs and 1 downstairs.
All right, we're gonna have to go and search the house. Is it okay if we go in?
Yeah, of course.
You don't have any like pets or dogs or anything?
No.
Just stay here, man.
Police! If anyone's here, make yourself known.
Police.
Faced with a strange situation. However, there were some people who stated that this is possibly an upside-down umbrella that was somehow uplifted by the wind current. So I began researching the topic and I found more videos, and in them, it's not very clear that this is an upside-down umbrella, even though it could be. Now if all of this weren't strange enough, it gets even stranger. After replaying a couple of these videos in slow-mo, I found out that in the very beginning of Ivan Green's video, we can see 2 small objects crossing the sky at very high speed. Now, taking into consideration that the average speed of a small bird is between 10 to 30 miles an hour, it's very possible that these are not birds. It could be something else entirely. But the question is, what and why were they flying next to this mysterious object that some believe to be an upside-down umbrella? But I want to know your take. Why do you think Mount San Jacinto is such a weird place full of strange phenomena? And do you think that this is an upside-down umbrella, or is it something else entirely? Located in southern Ontario, Canada, is a native tribe known as the Ojibwe, one of the largest indigenous groups in North America. From the early 1900s to the 1970s, the Ojibwe often spoke of a mysterious creature that roamed the woods, known as the Old Yellow Top. This mysterious creature, while similar to what many today call Bigfoot or Sasquatch, had a distinguishing feature: a patch of yellowish hair and brownish fur. Now, even though most people would say that Bigfoot is just a myth or a bad time story, to the Ojibwe tribe and many others, Bigfoot is considered to be very real.
And they say don't be scared when you see one or anything like that. Well, I was scared.
Not only that, southern Ontario is considered to be a hotspot for Bigfoot sightings, and there are dozens of stories of people who have supposedly encountered this elusive creature. And it was on a beautiful sunny day that a hiker came face to face with this mysterious creature known as the Old Yellow Top. On December 2013, just a few days away from Christmas, a YouTuber known as Timber Giant Bigfoot was hiking in southern Ontario in search for this elusive creature. And after hours of walking deep into the woods, he began feeling as if he wasn't all alone. This is what happened.
I thought it was a wood knocker. It's more of that nut breaking sound I heard. It's back in this way somewhere. There's the shelter. I just came all through there, checked the stones. Stones are all still there. I don't know. A lot of the time when I hear things out here, as soon as I hear it, it's pretty much the end of it. It's already stopped. Something could be right in front of you back here. You wouldn't even know it.
After hearing mysterious knocking sounds, he spots what looks like some sort of shelter. Now, being that he's in the middle of the woods and that there's no one out there, he knows that this is possibly not made by a human being. So he decides to follow the knocking sounds in hopes of capturing something on camera. And this is what happens next.
There's something back there. I see nothing. Holy crap. Where's that? Holy. Where's the... Oh, come on. It's right there. I don't have my glasses on. Girl, look at that. Holy. That's what's making the noise. Holy. Oh, crap, I lost it. Holy. I'm pretty sure that was the thing that was making the noise.
At this point, Timber Giant spots a huge creature in the distance. It does not look like a bear nor anything like that, and whatever this thing is, it's clearly making the knocking sounds that he was talking about earlier.
What the hell am I looking at? Holy. Oh, look, my God. I'm guessing it's probably... Look at it here. It's probably like, I don't know, 150 feet away.
After remaining silent and watching the creature closely for a few minutes, he makes a knocking sound in the attempt to communicate with this thing. And this is what happens.
I'll see what happens. I don't know if I should do this or not. It's not even... Holy, where's it? Oh, look at this. Holy... I gotta take my shoes off.
Whatever this thing is, it stands up and quickly walks away. Timber Giant does what anyone would do, and he walks over to where this creature was, and he finds a couple of rocks and some fruits.
Now look for some footprints. Look at this though. Holy. The stone is even warm. Look, there's where it was smashing things with it. Look at this. The stone's right underground.
What he doesn't realize, however, is that this thing was watching him from afar. After posting the video to the internet, it caught a lot of attention, and most people seem to agree that this is possibly one of the best video evidence of the existence of Bigfoot. One internet user even stated, "When it threw its head back, I could see the eye and cheekbone perfectly. Great job." Now I'm not exactly sure if I can see an eye or a cheekbone. What I do know, however, is that this is definitely not a bear, nor anything like that. But I want to know your take. What would you have done differently in this situation? And are you also able to see the creature's eyes and cheekbone in this video? The world that we live in is full of beautiful and mysterious places to visit. From the amazing mountains of Machu Picchu to the ancient city of Bagan, it would take years traveling across the world just to get to know most of these places. However, in today's world, there's something that we can do to help us travel way faster and pinpoint the exact place that we want to go to, and that would be Google Earth. For the past few months, several YouTubers have been using Google Earth to find interesting places to visit, and then actually venturing into these places and sometimes coming face to face with the most mysterious things. This is the case with Desert Drifter, a YouTuber who's been doing this for quite a while now and just recently came across something truly fascinating. While searching for new places to visit on Google Earth, he came across this mysterious symbol on the ground. Something that actually looks like an X marks the spot. Now, thinking that this can't be something natural and sensing that there might be more to this place than meets the eye, he chose this particular spot to start his trip and explore the surroundings. Little did he know that he was in for a surprise.
Alright, let's get rolling. There's no trail up this thing, it's just a pick your own adventure kind of deal.
While climbing to the top, he does a quick Google search on the symbol and he finds one blog post about it with not much information on it and nothing else.
I have no idea if there's been any more light shed on this thing or if it's ever been investigated by archaeologists. This thing appears to be shrouded in mystery.
After getting to the top and exploring the surroundings, he quickly comes to the conclusion that this is most likely man-made. But the question is, who made it, how long ago, and what for?
Circle. There's another, it's like an inner circle, cairn of rocks in the middle there.
Desert Drifter takes his drone out and notices how it's made with extreme precision, as if it's some sort of compass. Not only that, he realizes how it looks like a medicine wheel, something that Native American tribes used to build sometimes to align with astronomical phenomena, very similar to Stonehenge, but to this day, most of these wheels remain a mystery. Just so you have an idea, the oldest medicine wheel in Alberta, Canada dates back to 5,200 years ago. So it might just be that he came across something very, very old.
Just had an interesting thought. I'm standing here just trying to follow that line out and see, is there anything on the horizon that's obvious? And I don't see anything, but I just remembered there are supposedly 2 petroglyph panels somewhere east of here. How curious would it be if those were in sort of perfect alignment with this structure?
By now, Desert Drifter starts realizing that this symbol might actually be pointing towards something, taking into consideration that the only horizon line that's visible is towards the west, and this is exactly where one of the spokes with the circular enclosure is pointed at. So taking notes of the GPS coordinates, he drives over to this place to find out, and this is what happens. After driving for half an hour, Desert Drifter stops at the first cliff he finds where the symbol was pointed at, and for his surprise, he finds mysterious petroglyphs.
Some interesting.
Just to make sure that this is not some sort of coincidence, he continues on driving west to another cliff, and this is when things take a very strange turn.
Once again, you got the mountain pretty prominent, and I see that there are a lot of cliffs down here. So let's go check those cliffs out. I was about to give up.
It seems as if the more Desert Drifter followed the symbol's path, the more things he found, up until the moment that he came across something truly unbelievable. Check this out.
Well, shouldn't come as a surprise at this point. There's our mountain again. There's the first set. The sun angle is making some odd shadows, but it's what we got. Definitely looks like a bison to me.
After coming across a series of odd shapes and a cavern full of markings, he comes across what looks like some sort of giant hand carved perfectly into the rock.
Like, look at that. It's like somebody gouged out a whole right hand. Huh. It's kind of weird. Kid you not, it's like, it's warm in there.
After doing some research, I found out that this is most likely in White Mountain, Wyoming. And Wyoming is a place full of ancient mysteries. Places like the Devil's Tower, the Medicine Wheels, the eerie legends of red-haired giants, and a number of unknown petroglyphs.
At the Legend Rock site, you see the little alien guy?
Hi, I was wondering if I could get a quick trim.
Over here, you think it looks like a brontosaurus? These petroglyphs here, they're saying are 6,000 to 8,000 BC.
These are just a few of the mysteries that surround the state of Wyoming. Now the thing is, to this day, it's a complete mystery to how this hand was carved into the stone wall. While some believe that these carvings were made by pregnant women giving birth, others state that this was most likely done using some sort of ancient technology that we have no knowledge of. Scattered throughout the world are numerous ancient sites that hint at the use of mysterious technologies, methods, and tools that remain largely unknown or misunderstood by modern researchers. These sites suggest that ancient civilizations might have possessed advanced knowledge or capabilities that we know very little or nothing about. Now, what's really bizarre about this specific carving is the size. It doesn't look like a regular sized human hand. It looks like a giant one. Not only that, this is a human carving on sandstone made nowadays. The precision from both carvings is quite different. The carving in White Mountain is perfect. Taking into consideration that it was made thousands of years ago, there's something indeed haunting about it, but I'm not exactly sure what. Could it be that this sign that Desert Drifter found on top of that mountain was pointed at something else other than the carvings and the petroglyphs? Something that maybe could help us uncover some of the ancient past. But when it comes to finding strange structures on Google Earth, there's one that's been baffling a lot of people for quite some time, and that would be the Sage Wall in Montana. For the past couple of years, several people have been traveling over to the Sage Wall to try to find out if this is possibly a megalithic structure built by an ancient and forgotten civilization or possibly just a natural phenomena. Now, there's a really big chance that this is just some sort of natural formation. However, there are a few things about the Sage Wall that makes us wonder about what really happened in the past.
Y'all see this? If this was man-made, if this wall and the other side over there, perhaps that side used to be stacked up better, and there was some kind of channel here.
Not only does the wall look like it was perfectly put together, there are several straight lines and perfect 90-degree angles all over the place. One of the things also noted by a YouTuber named MTN are these mysterious nubs, very similar to what you can find in certain megalithic structures built all over the world.
Here's another one of those bowl shapes. Again, I'm not an expert, but you can definitely imagine primitive people using this to mix, or even using this as the other side of the Lego piece for those nubs.
To make things even weirder, there's what appears to be tool marks scattered throughout the Sage Wall. these tool marks would maybe suggest that this is not a natural formation, but then the question would be, who did it, how long ago, and what for?
Giant nub right there. Right here, that's really odd. I've got kind of small hands, 7.5 for those.
Now here's where things take a really strange turn. Around the Elkhorn Mountains, where the Sage Wall is located, you'll find several out-of-place artifacts, one of them being the Tyser Dolmen.
And so here's Tyser Creek down there, and this is the Tyser Dolmen. Check out that critter. Amazing, huh?
Now, a dolmen is a type of ancient stone tomb, usually consisting of large upright stones supporting a flat horizontal stone, forming a simple chamber. Dolmens found throughout the world usually date back to 3000 BC, which makes us wonder if the Sage Wall and the Tyser Dolmen may actually date back to something like 5,000 years ago. So taking all of this into consideration, could it be that this is all just a coincidence, or is the Tyser Dolmen and the Sage Wall part of a lost and ancient civilization that we have absolutely no knowledge of? In many different cultures all over the world, you'll hear these bizarre stories of people who have encountered mysterious beings that can somehow transform into animals or sometimes into humanoid creatures. In North America, most of these beings are popularly known as skinwalkers or Wendigo.
There's more? I see you. Cameron Way. What the?
Oh my god, oh my gosh. Dude, this thing is a weird creature. It's not human. Oh my god. Like a gargoyle. It's like a gargoyle, man.
In Mexico, this mysterious being is known as Nagual. And in Japan, you have the Obaki. Now, in most cases, you'll hear stories of people who supposedly encounter these things, and they talk about a human that they saw in the forest or in the woods, sometimes even inside their homes, and all of a sudden this thing transforms into an animal, or sometimes even a spirit or a shapeless form.
I'm going to tell you about some experiences that we had for EMS. Go out on our calls, we see some weird stuff. We got a call all the way out in isolated part of the reservation. Traveled out that way in our mid-unit ambulance. We're sitting there in the middle of the night, probably about 3 o'clock in the morning. So all of a sudden, we just saw some, like red balls bouncing all over in front of our med unit. And they kept going back and forth. I go, dude, I'm gonna turn on the lights. Because it looked like dogs chasing each other is what it looked like. Sure enough, one went by and I turned it on and the eyes disappeared.
Is it just a coincidence that so many people all over the world share similar stories?
Oops, it's the White Walkers. Gotta run. Let's hide first. They shouldn't see me under here.
In just a few moments.
Wow. What's really going on?
It's grab time! What the?
Wait.
John!
There. Right up there. That thing was open, and then it closed back up.
Mira.
I still don't understand the whole issue with this movie Shazam.
Hi, I'm James LaFleur, and you're watching the Impossible Channel. Welcome aboard. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on for more videos like this. Today we're going to be taking a look at unexplained glitch videos and the Mandela Effect mystery. A giant doorway that supposedly opened on top of a mountain became a trending topic, and now hundreds of people are trying to find out if this is a secret passageway for giants. A mysterious video that might actually prove the existence of shadow people, and more creepy videos that will definitely keep you awake at night. Are you guys ready? Well, let's go.